Fellow Ugandans, dear FDC members, warm greetings to you all. My name is Byamugisha Moses. I bring you greetings from my family. My dear wife, who has continued to play a very important role in my life as a leader. I thank her for the love, but most importantly, for giving me very beautiful daughters. I bring you greetings from our 4 daughters, Ayebale, Ainembabazi, Ainebyona, and Ainomgisha. I am a lawyer practicing with a law firm in Kampala. I'm a son to Canon James Byarugaba and his dear wife, Alice Byarugaba, who by the grace of God are still alive in Rukunjiri district, in Kigezi sub-region, the land of the brave. This year on 28th May, I celebrated 41 years of age, and out of the 41 years, I've spent 22 years of my youthful life working very closely with very respectable senior citizens and comrades in the struggle to change the politics and governance of this country from the M7 kleptocracy to a transformed Uganda. Like any other opposition political activist, being part of this struggle has meant a lot in my life, both positive and negative. Given my background with the reform agenda, I was already a vibrant activist at the formation of FDC Party in 2005. And I have always renewed my party membership as a demonstration of my commitment to upholding to the party's ideals. I carry with me strong memories and passion and enthusiasm as a frontline activist, and I must say, it has been the greatest honor of my life to be part of the team of gallant men and women who have dedicated their lives to fighting for the better Uganda and making Uganda a better country. The Forum for Democratic Change has its roots in the merger of Reform Agenda, the Parliamentary Advocacy Forum, and the National Democratic Front. This merger was motivated by the realization that ideals of freedom, liberty, and inclusive development as enshrined in our national constitution were beginning to be hijacked by a leadership that undermines state institutions, increasingly disregard the protection of human rights and human dignity, while at the same time abandoning the commitment to inclusive development. Since the FDC was founded, it has become the largest formation of democracy-seeking Ugandans in this country. I have at heart the vision and the mission of our founding fathers, and they will guide me in my methods of work after you voted me your next party president. As FDC Party, we believe that Uganda is a land of immense opportunity and unrivaled potential and hard-working people. Our strategic positioning as a country at the heart of the Great Lakes sub-region makes us a gateway into one of the world's regions endowed with immense natural resources. Uganda's own natural resource endowment, the array of exceptional climatic conditions, fertile soils, biological diversity, mineral and oil resources makes our country one of the naturally wealthiest countries on the planet. From the hills of Kigezi through the cattle corridor, the great plains of Karamoja with its elegant culture, from the great crater lakes and the oozing oil wells of the Alberta region to the foothills of Mount Elgon, our country is blessed with incomparable natural resource wealth and economic potential. Combined with the natural resources is the resilient, hopeful, hard-working citizenry. With an estimated population of about 47 million people, Uganda's population, youth, and culturally diverse, is a demographic window of opportunity with the potential to unleash human ingenuity as a foundation for enterprises and innovation that create decent, well-paying jobs and expand opportunity for every Ugandan man, woman, youth, and child. Colleagues, as you may be aware by now, I have been duly nominated to run for the office of the Party President of FDC. A term which I win will run from 2023 to 2028. Ladies and gentlemen, I come in this race well aware that the process leading to this particular election has raised more questions than answers. And as such, much as few of us are participating in this questionable process, many more of our respectable and gallant members were not able to participate. As most of you are aware, this is the second time I'm running for this office. In 2017, I contested and presented to you my manifesto that was rich with ideas that my team felt would transform this party. In this campaign manifesto, I included some of these few ideas. The first one was to introduce an administrative unit and office at every sub-regional level in all the 20 sub-regions, with all the necessary administrative capabilities and facilitation to enable them to function and provide the necessary services like Najana Nkumbi headquarters does. This was an attempt to bring services closer to the FDC members on the grassroots, the much needed administrative support services in the face of unreliable district offices. Secondly, we were to introduce a printing unit at all the 20 sub-regional headquarters to cater for the posters for FDC candidates at all local level. Third was to introduce a system of early selection of FDC flag bearers, at least 1 month to nomination, to enable early preparation for both the candidates and the party. We also intended to facilitate district operations by allocating a known amount of money for mobilization per quarter. The next party president must be one who is ready to implement the National Council resolution providing monthly financial contributions to the district executives to facilitate their smooth running operations. We also intended to secure internship placements for our young cadres, especially members of the FDC Students' Union that are soon completing their courses in their various schools. We also intended to secure scholarships for our members who may need to upgrade their studies, including scholarships in skills development. But it was also our intention to introduce and put money into the welfare fund for our activists and leaders who sometimes find themselves financially in need because of the activities of opposition activism. You need a party president that is committed to implementing the National Council resolution on deliberately funding activism, which is the identity and the foundation upon which FDC party is built. It was also my plan that we should introduce a reward and recognition program for exceptional service of our gallant party leaders in districts who risk their lives and opportunities and keep serving party diligently. We also intended to activate the FDC party structures and networks to support the activities and programs of the people's government that are geared towards raising civic competence of Ugandans and rebuilding a critical mass of Ugandans capable of not only challenging the regime excesses, but also ushering in a new governance order. While all of these are very important ideas even up to today, this particular campaign will essentially not be about individual manifestos, but rather a conversation amongst us party leaders on how we can take advantage of this election to rebuild the public confidence by assigning leadership of this wonderful party with a new, credible, and trusted team. Political parties are national democratic assets. It's therefore the interest of every Ugandan that they should be strengthened and preserved. Colleagues, for the past 4 years since 2020, the enemy force has intensified and conducted an operation on FDC party targeting our senior leaders, and this operation is still continuing with the aim of bringing down the party on its knees. In the recent months, a lot has been shared and discussed in the mainstream social media, and it is a third topic that I can't go in now. However, the consequence of this leadership failure and public display of contradictions within our party has had grave consequences on the image of the party and the morale of the party members. Just to mention a few, it has led to 3 major consequences. 1, our party members have been demoralized and even gotten divided. The public has lost confidence in the FDC party that had been viewed as national, internally democratic, and robust party. The current party leadership has lost credibility in the public and can no longer be entrusted with the major task of running a political party that is seeking to cause regime change. Fellow Ugandans, FDC delegates, we need to understand that we are not running a normal campaign where you are required to vote candidate A against candidate B. Far from it. The process we are in is a crisis management mechanism, and this election is an opportunity for you party leaders to fix the image of this party, replacing the current leadership with a team of fresh and well-intentioned leaders that are capable of rebuilding the much needed public confidence, revive the morale and vibrance of party members, including those that have been locked out of this particular process. We should be able to reclaim FDC's lost glory on the national political scene. As an FDC voter, this factor is very fundamental to you in the process we are involved in. Ugandans should appreciate that wrangles in parties have got the main focus of diverting us from the struggle for change. I, however, trust that the resilience of the FDC members can be relied upon to free this mighty party to function normally. Colleagues, my candidature for party president presents to you FDC members with a unique choice and timely opportunity for the party to replace the leadership that has lost credibility and public confidence. From our early days as Kadogos of Reform Agenda political organization in the early 2000s, and then throughout the formation of this mighty party, I have risen up through the ranks as a frontline opposition activist, gathering vital leadership skills, developing capabilities that are much needed in revamping and reviving the morale of our FDC members. And in this campaign, it's those leadership qualities that I'm putting at the disposal of the FDC party delegates as the best choice for the party president. At this stage, it doesn't matter whether you believe or don't believe in all that has been said about our current party leadership. The fact remains that their image as individuals is tainted and their characters are discredited. The most honorable thing, therefore, is for the owners of this party, you, the delegates, to relieve these leaders of their duties through the vote. This is how FDC rewards leadership failure. As I indicated earlier, I got into active politics at the age of 20 years when I joined Reform Agenda Pressure Group, which was headed by Colonel Dr. Kiza Besigye, my good friend, that later joined with other groups to become Forum for Democratic Change in 2006. In 2011, I contested for Youth Member of Parliament for Western Uganda on the FDC ticket, and in 2017, I contested for the FDC Party President. And throughout these years, I have particularly been popularizing the agenda for an inclusive youth-led change. For the last 22 years, together with other colleagues, we have been on a journey with a mission to bring about true democracy, restore the dignity of Ugandan citizens, accelerate inclusive economic development, and dismantle a regime machinery that perpetuates corruption and impunity. In this journey, I have traveled throughout the country several times, visiting communities, individuals, and groups, and clearly, Uganda is a country with unrivaled potential and immense opportunity. It is important to note, therefore, that Uganda's history since independence has been punctuated by numerous success stories, but also colossal failures in governance and public policy. Increasing human rights abuses, corruption, and systemic democratic reversals continuously undermine the trust of the citizens in government. The good news, however, is that through the collective efforts of many citizens, we as the forces of change have been able to sustain attention on the public policy and governance failures that are standing in the way to prosperity and sustainable economic development, peace, and security. Colleagues, I have therefore been part of an effort to mobilize all Ugandans without regard to political, ethnic, gender, or other diversities, to collectively take responsibility to restore the trust and create a government that respects its citizens and works for every Ugandan. You may wish to know, I espouse ideals of truth, fairness, honesty, transparency, and accountability in government. I strongly believe that with these values in government, we shall strengthen our democracy as a foundation for implementing comprehensive socio-economic reforms that can meaningfully nurture and build our democracy, promote inclusive economic growth and development, and create well-paying jobs and dismantle the shackles of poverty. Dear FDC delegates, Ugandans, my immediate assignments as your next party presidents are 4. 1. Open doors for an independent forensic audit of the party's accounts, which will help the public and us as the party to understand the source, management, and usage of the party's finances. Secondly, reform the management of the party to enable the party organs to independently and effectively function in order to re-anchor this wonderful party on its founding principles. 3. Immediately conduct reforms in the electoral management system. My presidency will be a transitional leadership to help us remobilize the party members afresh, rebuild confidence, revive the vibrancy, and conduct a holistic, fresh electoral exercise that is open, free, and fair for all party members. We also intend to rebuild alliances between FDC Party and other democracy-seeking organizations and Ugandans, and take center stage in the national effort to deliver the change that Ugandans have for long yearned for. I thank you and God bless you. One Uganda, one people. We shall overcome.